G'day YouTube, hope you're all having an awesome day. It's Friday, it's close to the weekend. That's always a good thing. 2 weeks from my 50th. Can't believe it, almost half a century old. Oh well. Anyhow, I'm diverting. This is a discussion about this growing trend that I've seen on YouTube. It does now pop up on my algorithms because I tend to watch out of, well, I was not going to give it away, but I will, out of frustration. So now you're going to know where I sit with it. And it's these YouTube auditors who rock up to various industrial parks on their push bikes. They keep to the like your public walkways and hover around just outside the companies with their whether it's GoPro or mobiles, whatever it may be. They wait for people to come out, approach them, and then they throw the big bombshell onto the companies that they will be putting a drone up, flying over their companies. Now, many people support this. There are many people that support this. You know, you read the comments. You know, it's public airspace. What do they think they own this and they think they own that? Well, let's actually now really seriously think about this. A company is working. Their staff are working. The next thing, they've got a guy standing out the front with a balaclava on. Normally, because they like to keep their identity from public. They tend to do that. So they do look suspicious. Now, if I saw it myself, I'd know exactly what's going on. I'd just let them get on with it, right? Because the only reason they are doing this, there is only one reason. It's to earn money. They're monetized already by YouTube. And for every watch hour they get, they're making not $10, they're making a lot of money. So the way things are, the more of a reaction and the bigger of a reaction that they can get from an employee or company owner, or one of the, I see a lot of the time, the gatemen, security guards, they get involved. The more tension and frustration they cause, the better for them. That's how they're going to earn their money. Is that really what we should be? Is that right? No, not in my opinion. I think it's disrespectful. Shows no manners. You know, I see it in some of these country manners where people have the gardens open for public. Yeah, they are open for public, but do we really feel the need to take advantage of that? If they say we would rather a drone not fly over, can't we just do the decent thing as a human being and respect their wishes? Is that too hard for people to do? Like, come on, like, would you want a drone flying over your backyard? Being able to see everything? No. It's a matter of having a bit of self-respect, having some morals there. And that's all out the window when it comes to these YouTube auditors. They try and play the victim all the time. Oh, I'm doing the right thing. There's nothing wrong with this. It's perfectly legal. You're right. It is legal. It is legal, providing you know there's no restricted airspace and your drone's under a certain weight. It is legal. It's not about that though. It's about when somebody, and I've seen it when people have asked really politely, "Oh look, we'd rather you don't do that. Is there any, you know, maybe come back at another time. We can." Can you not just do the right thing? No. The reason they can't, and when they hear that, as soon as, oh no, we don't want you flying, it's for them, they love it. They know all of a sudden they're going to get the reaction they need. They're going to get the watch hours. They're going to get paid. They're going to get their weekly paycheck. Now, the problem with all this is, apart from the fact that it's just, it's just disrespectful. It's not the right thing to do. Apart from that, what do you think is going to happen eventually? Somebody's going to get hurt. If they haven't already. I'm sure there's been some instances out there where someone's been hurt. But if not, somebody's going to get seriously hurt. Someone's going to lose their temper. Someone's going to go to work with a lot going on in their personal life. They're already frustrated. and they're going to get pushed by one of these auditors. And that guy, everyone's life will change that day, depending on what happens. But there will be an incident. I guarantee it. It's just a matter of time. And it will really be down to the guy rocking up, starting the whole thing, purposely pushing for confrontations, purposely hoping for it. And then what will happen? After this, you know, somebody gets hurt, all the governments and all that are going to have to start looking at how they can prevent this from happening again. And the only way they're going to be able to do that is by implementing new laws and rules about where phone, you know, cameras and drones can be used. So right now we've got the freedom, right, which we should have, of being able to record in any public space we see fit. We should have, right? But are we going to push the governments into a corner where they have to actually change the laws? I think they will. I think eventually they will. So everyone who's supporting these channels and like and subscribing, you're actually doing yourself injustice, because at some stage you're going to have your rights revoked from you, from the government. When you want to take some video footage for some carnival going through your high street, you'll find there will be changes, you know. So, you know, think about it and realise when you're liking, going, oh, that was awesome. Just remember, them guys making them videos, they don't care less about any of this rights and all this, that and the other. They care about views. You know, that's all they care about, is views and watch hours, so they can earn money. If it was a mum and dad company out there, they wouldn't care less. They don't care less about anything about making some extra money. So that's my views on it. And look, I'm sure I'm going to get you know, a lot of negative comments. People go, no, I actually don't care. I'm old school. I like to think I've got some values, and I respect people. And I think that's what it boils down to, is these guys riding around on their push bikes. I've got absolutely no respect. I am going to do some other videos, you know, over the next few weeks about other issues that I can see out there, and just get it out there. Start having some real debates on this about, you know, just us public. We're the public people. You know, let's take the governments and all that out of it for a while. We are the public people. So let's get it out there. Let's seriously start talking about these things, because it's important. You know, we are the majority. Us public are the majority. So I'll be interested if 70 or 80% of the people out there think, no, we should be able to fly drones over, you know, so-and-so's company. We should be able to stand outside a police station and film inside their unmarked vehicles. We should be able to do this. Then maybe I need to address the way I'm thinking. You know, I really am interested to see what other people's opinions are. But I've got to admit, I can't see that I'm going to be swayed, because I just think it's a matter of, as I say, I'm old school. I shake someone's hand when I meet them. I will address people the way I expect to be, you know, address myself. You know, that's just how I am. I'd be so embarrassed. I see it the other day. I was watching one of these videos, and this lady, she was a really, you know, obviously a wealthy lady, but so what? Who cares? You can't criticise someone because they're wealthy. You know, no one knows how she got the wealth. Yeah, even if she did inherit it, that's just the way it is, right? And she asked very politely, please don't fly the drone over my manor or my estate. Please don't. And he just disregarded it. Oh, well, no, I'll go in public. I'm allowed to, and all that. And we all, you know, really, he couldn't care less about the building, the brickwork, the tiles and all that. He couldn't care less. It was just, it was his way to make a bit of money. There are other ways, though. you know, on social media that you can make money. You don't have to do it by being, you know, invading people's own personal lives, you know. Anyway, until the next video, yeah, look, if you would like and if you could like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. Certainly don't expect it, but it would be great. I'm going to actually start putting some really good, hopefully some really good debates up here that we can start discussing and see where we go. Thanks very much. I hope you all have an excellent weekend. Cheers.